I think we're good.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before the official program begins, please allow me to share some announcements of great importance. In compliance with state law, smoking is not allowed in the Killeen Civic and Convention Center. In the event of an emergency evacuation, guests will be guided to one of the exits located throughout the convention center. Exits are marked by the red exit sign. The women's and men's facilities are located in the north and south corridors. Ushers are available to provide assistance and directions. Out of respect for all guests, please silence cell phones, pagers, and other electronic devices. Feel free to use cameras and recording equipment to remember this historic day. Please remain seated during the processional. Thank you for your attention. The ceremony will begin shortly.
Good morning, everyone, and what a glorious day to ignite the passion and celebrate Texas A&M University, Central Texas, and the inauguration of President Marc Nigliazzo. My name is Dr. Peg Ray-Vickery, and I am the Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs at Texas A&M University, Central Texas. I would like everyone who's able at this point to please rise for the posting of the colors by the Texas A&M University Central Texas ROTC Color Guard, and then remain standing for the national anthem as we observe a moment of silence. Post the colors.
Colors, forward.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regulate the bombs bursting in air, gave peruse through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, St. John's sad star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please join me as we observe a moment of silence and reflection. Please be seated. behalf of Texas A&M University Central Texas, I'd like to thank you for joining us to share this very special day in the history of our university. Academic presidential inaugurations are steeped in history and tradition and date back to medieval times. Within the United States, academic presidential inaugurations originated with our nation's colonial colleges in the late 1600s and established our current academic tradition of formally acknowledging a change of leadership at the university's highest level. Today's university inauguration serves a very vital role of introducing the new leader to the community and giving the university president a forum to outline his or her vision for the institution. We have gathered today to honor these very important academic traditions as we officially install Dr. Marc A. Nigliazzo as the first president of Texas A&M University Central Texas, and to celebrate the vibrant learning community that we know as Texas A&M University Central Texas. We are also here to celebrate the role of the state, the Board of Regents, the military, the community, and had the establishment and the growth of this wonderful university. At this time, allow me to introduce members of the platform party, who are comprised of individuals from the university, the community, the state of Texas. I would like to begin with representatives from the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents. Please stand as you're introduced. The Texas A&M University System Regent Chair, Dr. Richard Botts. The Texas A&M University System Regent, Ms. Elaine Mendoza. The Texas A&M University System Student Regent, Mr. Fernando Trevino. On my left, we are honored to have the Texas A&M University System Chancellor, Mr. John Sharp. Tarleton State University President, Dr. Dominic Tavio. Central Texas College Chancellor, Dr. James Anderson. To my right, representing the community, the Texas A&M University Central Texas Foundation Chair, Lieutenant General Retired Pete Taylor. In the second row, the Honorable Mayor of Killeen, Texas, Mr. Timothy Hancock. Representing the university, our University Marshal, Faculty Senate President, and Associate Professor of Accounting, Dr. Stephen McNett. Our Director of Student Affairs, Mr. Brandon Griggs. The Director of the School of Business Administration, Dr. Larry Gardner. The Director of the School of Education, Dr. Jeffrey Kirk. The Director of the School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. William White. Our Director of Military Education Relations, Dr. Stephen Baciucci. Our Director of Institutional Research and Effectiveness, Dr. Troy Corville. Our Chief Liaison to the President, Dr. Tracy Tapp. Our Vice President for Administration and Finance is Gayleen Nunn. Our Staff Council President and Assistant to the Provost, Ms. Sue Lovelace. Texas A&M University Central Texas alumnus, class of 2010, is Jennifer Hetzel. Student Body President, Mr. Clarence Enox. And Ms. Tanya Miller, vocalist and Texas A&M University Central Texas student. In addition to our stage party, we are honored to have several elected officials and delegates in our audience today. Would those delegates and elected officials please stand to be recognized? We appreciate the many proclamations and well wishes that have come in over the last few weeks to Texas A&M University that we've received from elected officials, government officials, and the community. Thank you very much. We are also pleased to have several members from the Chancellor's executive staff and the Texas A&M University system with us today. Would you please stand? Okay, I want to talk a little bit about tradition. I think many of you know President Marc Nigliazzo. He is a new leader that we're inaugurating today, but he is a well-established leader in this community and several others. And if you know President Nigliazzo, you know the first thing that he would say is we want this inauguration to be about the university and the faculty, the staff, and the community, not about me as president. And so as we were talking about this, we talked about the really unique history that this institution has. Back in 1973, this institution was called American Technological University. Then in 1989, the name changed to University of Central Texas. And then in 1998, we became part of Tarleton State University as Tarleton State University Central Texas. And then, of course, in 2009, with Senate Bill 629, the Texas A&M University Central Texas was born. President Nigliazzo considers all of you to be part of our alumni. So could I have everybody who has attended one of these institutions please stand to be recognized. Thank you. As I mentioned earlier, inaugurations are rich with tradition and protocol. The academic procession is no exception. Following the university marshal, the first group processed in were the presidents and delegates from the Texas A&M University system. Delegates, would you please stand? And presidents. There. The next group that processed in were the faculty from Texas A&M University, followed by university administrators and staff. These are the individuals here in front of me that are responsible for the high-quality education that this university provides. The faculty and staff, please stand to be recognized. Before we move into the formal portion of our program, I'd like to take a moment to discuss the music being performed at our ceremony today. Texas A&M University prides itself on being a military-friendly institution, and we have established a very strong relationship with Fort Hood. We are honored today to have the 1st Cavalry Division Band, aided with members of the Heights Concert Band, playing our music today. And they are under the leadership of Chief Warrant Officer 5, G.E. Pace. We also have 2 special pieces of music commissioned for this occasion. The first piece, entitled The March of the Warriors, was performed in the opening processional. This piece of music will become part of our university tradition and will be played at all future commencement exercises. And if you miss this piece, it will be played on the processional on the way out. The second piece, entitled The Inaugural Presidential Fanfare, was written to commemorate the 2012 inauguration of Texas A&M University Central Texas, and the inauguration of President Dr. Marc Nigliazzo. This piece will be played later in our program. The composer of these two pieces is here playing euphonium with the First Cavalry Band today. Would Mr. Ken, would you please stand to be recognized by the audience? A long-standing tradition in university inaugurations has been to have key constituents come forward to bring greetings to the president of the university. At this time, I will be inviting program participants to bring greetings to President Nigliazzo from their constituent groups. They will follow the order as printed in your program. First, I would like to invite Dr. Richard A. Box, Chairman of the Board of Regents, to present greetings to the President on behalf of the Texas A&M University System Board of Regents. Dr. Box.
Thank you, Dr. Gray Vickery, General Campbell, General Taylor, Regent Mendoza, Student Regent Trevino, Mayor Hancock, and Representative Aycock, distinguished presidents, distinguished faculty and staff, distinguished guests. Good morning. What a great morning this is. I am honored to be here to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System. This is a joyous occasion for the A&M system, Texas A&M Central University Central Texas, and for Dr. Nigliazzo and his family. Dr. Nigliazzo has been a wonderful addition to the outstanding leaders of the A&M system universities. And I know he will continue to lead A&M Central Texas toward greatness. Dr. Nigliazzo, I want to thank you for your service to the state of Texas, your vision for this university, and for your contributions to the A&M system.
Presenting greetings from Tarleton State University is Dr. Dominic Tattavio, President.
Regent Box, Chancellor Sharp, and distinguished guests, I consider it a privilege to join you in celebrating this new university and its inaugural president, Dr. Marc Nigliazzo. I can tell you from working with him for the past 19 months that during the transition to become Texas A&M Central Texas, President Nigliazzo has been an effective leader in his advocacy and his energy for his community, for his university, for his faculty, staff, students, and certainly for what I think is going to be a very, very bright future. Also during the transition, Marc has become a friend and a very valued colleague of mine. I'll tell you, one of the more interesting things that we experienced is the opportunity to be on the agenda together at the state legislature. And it's always interesting to see what happens when Nigliazzo and Tattavio are combined together on the agenda. It reminds me that when I was with the National Park Service, I happened to be on the program with a park ranger named Tony Bonanno. And so Dominic Tattavio and Tony Bonanno preceded lunch, which happened to forget lunch as a heading, and it said under it, Italian fruit salad. So Marc, I hope that no time soon do we become a menu for the legislature. President Nigliazzo is truly a warrior for education and opportunity. He is the right leader to build this university and this campus at this time. Coming from the university with the largest rodeo team in the country, and I might offer the best rodeo team, I feel compelled to offer a bit of cowboy wisdom. There's a saying that says the shortest distance between 2 points is riding with a good friend. Dr. Nigliazzo, I'm glad that we have shared and will share in the years ahead all that we have. Tarleton State University has been a very proud partner in the emergence and growth of Texas A&M Central Texas. A number of people that are here today, including Dr. Dennis McCabe, the prior president at Tarleton, have worked very, very hard for over a decade to make first a viable campus for Tarleton here in Killeen. Then many of these very same people work equally hard to make this a freestanding, independent university. To all of them, I say thank you, and I offer my congratulations. I also want to offer my congratulations to the Texas A&M University system and to the people of Killeen and Texas A&M Central Texas on this milestone occasion. My warmest good wishes goes to Dr. Nigliazzo in his historic role as the first president. Marc, I look forward to continuing to ride with you into the future.
Presenting greetings from Central Texas College is Dr. James R. Anderson, Chancellor.
Well, over a decade ago, decade and a half actually, I was selected to be part of a small group which was tasked with a minor thing, and that was to make an upper division standalone graduate institution occur here in Central Texas, make that a reality. Of course, that group, over the ensuing years, as your program notes, became the Upper Division Task Force, headed by Pete Taylor, and the relentless pursuit of that group with the assistance of many other local citizens, most in this room today, caused this to bear fruit. So about 2 years ago, Texas A&M University Central Texas became officially a part of our landscape. For me personally, that meant a little bit more. As Jim Anderson, Killeen resident, a friend of Marc Nigliazzo's for 24 years, I discovered that he had become part of this university and returned home to Central Texas. As Jim Anderson, the educator, I was delighted to find out that a talented colleague who I had the pleasure of associating with over the years in his role as president of Temple College, as a fellow member of that Upper Division Task Force, by the way, and as a leader of the Community College Association in Texas, had come back to the area. And by the way, he was a sometime ball partner as well, not very good. Most importantly, in my position as the Chancellor of Central Texas College, it was immediately evident to me that a talented, dedicated, smart, and motivated educator, Dr. Marc Nigliazzo, had taken the reins of this new university, and it was rapidly becoming someplace that made a difference. The association between Central Texas College and Texas A&M Central Texas is collegial. It's beneficial to both institutions. It's being enhanced every single day. Under Marc Nigliazzo's leadership, we've already joined together as partners in ventures that will benefit those schools, and most importantly, will benefit the students that attend those schools. I'd like to applaud the selection process that chose the first president of this new academic institution. And I join all the other members of Central Texas College in wishing Marc Godspeed as he goes forward.
Presenting greetings on behalf of the military is Lieutenant General Donald M. Campbell, Commanding General of 3rd Corps in Fort Hood.
To Regent Watts, Chancellor Sharp, Dr. Nigliazzo, President Nigliazzo, to distinguished guests, faculty, it's my honor to be here today and represent the military community of Fort Hood and Central Texas. I offer my hearty congratulations and a job well done to the team in setting up this ceremony today. First class, well done, and it's good to see that you have the first team band for a great addition to this ceremony. We are pleased to have a familiar face to work with at Fort Hood, and Dr. Nigliazzo is no stranger to Central Texas or the military community. He absolutely brings years of experience and understanding of the military, their families, and our great Army civilians. He's already demonstrated his resolve to partner with Fort soldiers and families and our great civilians for the betterment of Central Texas community and their educational experience. He's added and expanded and agreed to partner with us in a number of curriculum areas, to include nursing, environmental science, information technology, and graduate level math to support our Operational Test Command, Central Technical Support Facility, and our soldiers and spouses. And Doctor, we look forward to our continued partnership as we congratulate you on a historic occasion. It is quite apropos that today, Texas A&M Central Texas Warriors are inaugurating Dr. Nigliazzo. Warriors. We, in the military, deem ourselves warriors, and it's appropriate that you've chosen the nickname of Warriors at Central Texas University, Texas A&M Central Texas University. We're honored to be here today to participate. We wish you Godspeed and nothing but the best. Thank you. Army strong.
Presenting greetings on behalf of the Texas A&M University Foundation Board is Lieutenant General Retired Pete Taylor.
All those folks that John Campbell said, greetings. Dr. Nigliazzo, on behalf of the Texas A&M University Foundation Board of Directors, many of them who are here today, I'd like to bring to you our congratulations, our best wishes for a great future in leading our university in the 21st century. While not at all surprised, we were extremely pleased and encouraged when the A&M Board of Regents chose you as their inaugural president of our university here in our community. This university has been the over 20-year dream and vision of community leaders, past and present, leaders like Lewis Martin, Jack Hemingway, Ernest Beck, Stan Sleeper, General Bob Shoemaker, and many, many others that are too numerous to go through. You shared this dream with us, as Chancellor Anderson mentioned, when you were a part of the Central Texas University Task Force and a president of Temple College. You actively supported and contributed to our efforts, and that was at a time when we were relatively popular in some parts of our community. Your vision and entrepreneurial spirit at that time made you the ideal selection to lead the startup university into being all we can be. This dream for upper-level, state-supported education has been ignited in this community, and the flame is burning brightly. Your task is to continue to fan that flame and lead us to fully achieve that vision shared by so many. I can assure you that the Texas A&M University Foundation Board of Directors has your back, and thank you for joining us.
Presenting greetings on behalf of the faculty is Dr. Stephen McNett, University Marshall, Faculty Senate President and Associate Professor for Accounting.
Good morning. Welcome to the Board of Regents members, to the Chancellor. I was once, at the last meeting I was at, I was given some wise advice by a very wise man, who was Pete Taylor, who said, as you get further down on the list of welcomes, everything you wanted to say has already been said. So I would like to say that over the past 19 months, the faculty have seen a growth in our faculty. We have seen an increase in support from our faculty, thanks to Dr. Nigliazzo. We have seen the growth of a working relationship and shared governance in how our university is run. Personally, I've had the chance to work with him on a number of different topics as the president of the Faculty Senate and he has been a person who showed strong support for the faculty of this university. I do suffer from one problem that the others don't, since he's my boss. I can't get into any really nasty stories of any kind. And secondly, since he knows how badly I play golf, I really can't expand anything more than just saying I am very pleased that we have Dr. Nigliazzo as our president, and I see with him a true time of ignition of passion. So thank you, Dr. Nigliazzo.
Presenting greetings on behalf of the Staff Council President and Assistant Provost, Ms. Sue Lovelace.
Greetings from Staff Council. How are you today, Warriors? That's my theme. I do hollering, go Warriors all the time. I probably have 20 witnesses in here. Today, though, Dr. Nigliazzo, on behalf of Staff Council, I would like to congratulate you on the as president, as our founding president, and congratulate you personally. I do appreciate everything that you have done for us. It is a distinct honor for me to participate in the ceremony today and to celebrate such an important milestone for the university and Dr. Nigliazzo. In your short time here, Mr. President, you have already demonstrated outstanding intellect, talent, and experience in building community university partnerships. You have ignited the passion with your dedication and compassion to achieve our mission of excellence. You have a host of new projects on tap, including a very ambitious 5-year strategic plan. The university will face new challenges and demands in meeting the goals of this strategic plan. This will require a skilled leader who knows how to craft a vision, how to juggle priorities, and build partnerships. You have the full support of your staff to handle the workload that lies ahead. As the assistant to the provost, I have witnessed the birth of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, and I understand the importance of teamwork and communications within each department. Mr. President, with the help and the willingness of your staff, your presidency will set the academic traditions and stage for the future generations to come here. On behalf of Staff Council, I would like to congratulate you, Dr. Nigliazzo, on your inauguration as president of Texas A&M. Presenting greetings on behalf of the student body is the student body president, Mr. Clarence Nigliazzo.
Chancellor Sharp, Chairman Box, Regent Mendoza, Student Regent Trevino, distinguished university presidents, and distinguished guests and family. On behalf of the student body of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, I am privileged to thank you, Dr. Nigliazzo, for your passion, your vision, your genuine willingness to challenge and engage us as students, and for your example of leadership and integrity. We genuinely love you. As students, we look forward to a continued future of new beginnings, creating pathways of success, and a bright future for our families, the region, and the future of Warriors under your guidance. Lastly, welcome home to Central Texas. Thank you for igniting our passion for life's next chapter. And I made the time.
And presenting Jennifer Hetzel, class of 2010.
Good morning. A little over 3 years ago, I decided to return to school full-time to finish a degree I had started 5 years earlier. Wanting to stay close to home, I decided to attend what was then Tarleton State University, Central Texas. Shortly thereafter, I learned that Tarleton was destined to become a standalone university, Texas A&M University, Central Texas. At that time, I did not appreciate the importance of this change. To me, it just meant a name change on my diploma. However, as I started getting to know the faculty and staff and became more involved on campus, I began to realize just how significant this change was. I was going to have the opportunity to experience firsthand something most people have never had the opportunity to, the birth of a university. Most schools have been around so long that not many people give a second thought to the work that went into establishing the policies and traditions associated with them. The students, faculty, and staff of Texas A&M University, Central Texas have and continue to make unique contributions in shaping the culture of the school. I have witnessed incredible growth in the short time since the school was established. The formation of a student government, the development and expansion of departments, the construction of the first building, and the search for and selection of our first president, Dr. Marc Nigliazzo, who we welcome today. Dr. Nigliazzo's long history of service in education reflects his commitment to helping others. He is a leader that truly understands the role that higher education can play in bringing the community together. There's no doubt in my mind that under his guidance, Texas A&M University, Central Texas will become a prominent institution of higher learning. Although it will not be an easy task, I know we could not have asked for a more capable leader. Dr. Nigliazzo, on behalf of the alumni of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, I would like to officially welcome you to our family.
I wish to thank you all for taking time to share your thoughts and well wishes for President Nigliazzo and the Texas A&M University, Central Texas. At this time, I would like to invite the Honorable Timothy L. Hancock, Mayor of the City of Killeen, to say a few words.
Good morning, and I think I'll follow our leader, General Bill. Greetings to all present. I'm here this morning on behalf of the City of Killeen to present a proclamation to Dr. Nigliazzo. And as I said in the open groundbreaking ceremony, I get excited sometimes. So earlier, I spoke with the doctor, and I said if I get up and I feel like saying a sports thing, saying, let's get ready to rumble, or to say, are we ready for football? He must forgive me. Also, I'd like to say that General Marc once told me in giving proclamation, we could leave out a whole bunch of whereases. So this morning, if you allow me, I will eliminate a lot of whereases. Only I'll say one. Whereas the City of Killeen joins Texas A&M University, Central Texas, in this historic moment, the inauguration of Dr. Marc Nigliazzo as the university's first president. For more than 3 decades, the leaders and citizens of Central Texas worked to create a standalone university for the region. And in 2009, their vision, dedication, and perseverance was rewarded by a university with membership in the prestigious Texas A&M University system. And Texas A&M University, Central Texas is a dynamic institution with the potential to change the lives of its students and the quality of lives of all those in Central Texas. And the City of Killeen recognizes the essential and vital role that higher education plays in this city's future through the development of our workforce and the creation of jobs. And the university has found a leader with the vision and skills to guide students, staff, and the institution to achieve the fullest potential. And today, we celebrate the inauguration of Dr. Nigliazzo as a milestone in the future of higher education in Texas A&M Central Texas, and the Italian community. Now therefore, I, Timothy Hancock, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Killeen, do hereby proclaim January 19, 2012 as Dr. Marc A. Day. In witness whereof, I have here to set my hand and cause the seal of the city of Killeen to be affixed this 19th day of January 2012. It is a distinct honor for me as the mayor of Killeen, on behalf of all the citizens, not only of Killeen, but of this community, to present this proclamation to our president. Thank you, Doctor, for all that you do, and thank you for joining our community.
The musical presentation, The Power of the Dream, is being performed by one of our very own students, Ms. Tanya Miller, who also sang the national anthem earlier today. Tanya is a senior in our School of Education. She's a student government education senator and serves on the Chancellor's Student Advisory Council. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Tanya Miller.
Stand apart from all the rest. It is
lacking in words, but I think I am absolutely speechless. That was absolutely magnificent. It's interesting, as we were having our planning committee meetings, one of our student members on the planning committee, Mr. Ronald Sursa, came and we were talking about music. He goes, well, I know somebody who sings. Boy, Ron, is that an understatement? Thank you, Tyler, for those inspirational music presentations. You know, the words certainly resonate well with the mission and vision of this university and of our president, Marc Nigliazzo. All right, we are ready now to move into the formal investiture ceremony. And I'd like to take a minute to more formally introduce Dr. Richard Box and Chancellor John Sharp, who will be doing the actual investiture. Dr. Richard Box received his bachelor's degree from Texas A&M University and his doctorate in dental surgery from the University of Texas Dental Branch in Houston. Dr. Box is a member of the American and Texas Dental Associations, the American and Texas Academics of General Dentistry, and is a fellow in the American College of Dentists. In addition to all of that, he's a member of the Capital Area Boy Scouts Board of Directors, Texas A&M Lettermen's Association, the 173rd Airborne Brigade Association, and the National Guard Association of Texas. Dr. Box is a veteran, having served in the United States Army. He also served as commander in the Texas State Guard. Dr. Box was appointed to the Board of Regents by Governor Rick Perry in 2008, and he was elected to serve a 2-year term as chairman of the board on March 24th, 2011. Chancellor Sharp, John Sharp, was appointed chancellor of the Texas A&M University System by the Board of Regents in 2011. Mr. Sharp has had more than 3 decades of public service. He came to the A&M system from the Ryan and Company, where he was a principal in the largest state and local tax consulting firm of its kind in Texas. He holds his Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science from Texas A&M University, where he was a member of the core staff of the Corps of Cadets and was elected student body president. Upon graduation, he was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Reserves. He belongs to the American Legion. Mr. Sharp received his master's degree in public administration from Southwest Texas State University while working full-time for the Legislative Budget Board in Austin. And I think many of our students can relate with working full-time and going out for higher education. In 1978, he was elected to the Texas House of Representatives and was named Outstanding Freshman by Texas Monthly. He won a seat in the Texas Senate in 1982, where he served on the Senate Finance Committee and was elected to the Texas Railroad Commission in 1986. Chancellor Sharp was elected state comptroller in 1990 and re-elected in 1994. Dr. Box, Chancellor Sharp, I invite you to the podium for the installation.
Thank you again, Dr. Bakery. Take for a moment to reflect on the significance of this inaugural ceremony. How many times in one's life do you have the opportunity to be at a ceremony to inaugurate the first president of a brand new university? It's usually something that's done many, many years ago, by many generations ago. So we're greatly honored to be here and go forward with this inaugural ceremony. And one of the great traditions of the Texas A&M system, institutions, is leadership. A&M's historical beginning was with the military many, many years ago. Dr. Nigliazzo knows that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. And he knows that leadership requires respect, integrity, and commitment. That is especially important for this university, which has developed a strong relationship with military personnel at nearby Fort Hood and beyond. Dr. Nigliazzo and his staff have worked tirelessly to help our service members and returning war veterans transition into college life. So it makes sense that this university chose the warrior as its mascot, symbolizing duty, honor, country. Dr. Nigliazzo has a warrior spirit needed to make this university a leading force in higher education in Central Texas. Today I'm honored to witness this accomplished leader and great public servant to be inaugurated as the founding president of Texas A&M University, Central Texas. Chancellor Sharp, on behalf of the entire Board of Regents, I am pleased to present to you the president of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, Dr. Marc A. Nigliazzo.
I can assure you, Dr. Boxmore, I knew that we were going to have to follow this young lady at the same time. We feel a little bit like Elizabeth Taylor's eighth cousin. We know what to do, we're just not sure we can make it interesting for you. Let me say, first of all, how rare it is to have the kind of community support for any institution, academic or otherwise, that this institution has within this community. From Fort Hood to the business community, to everyone on the street in Killeen and Central Texas, it is heartwarming and inspiring to all of us. And one of the reasons that this Board of Regents is so absolutely committed to the future of this university is because of the people of this area, and you're willing to work so hard and contribute and help this university. So on behalf of all of us, thank you for what you do. This is a historically significant day for Texas A&M University Central Texas as we gather together for the investiture of the very first president of this emerging new institution. As Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, I have the duty and honor to invest Dr. Marc A. Nigliazzo with a symbol of his new office as President of Texas A&M University Central Texas. Marc, would you please come forward? Today, I'll present Dr. Nigliazzo with the Presidential Medallion. It is infused with tradition and honor and is a symbol of the responsibility to inspire, mentor, and serve the students of Texas A&M University Central Texas. Dr. Nigliazzo, we put our trust in you to fulfill that responsibility and obligation. And it is an easy thing to do because this is a good man. The entire Texas A&M University system stands with you to advance the missions and vision for excellence for Texas A&M Central Texas now and in the future. And so on behalf of the entire Texas A&M University system, especially its Board of Regents, and as an expression of our confidence in your ability to discharge the multiple duties of your office with high principles and moral strength, I now present you with this medallion as a symbol of the office of the President of Texas A&M University Central Texas.
We have some special gifts for the president today, and I'd like to invite Mr. Brandon Briggs to the podium.
Good morning. Today's a great day. It's absolutely a great day. We've talked a little bit about tradition. We've talked about some symbols within the university. In talking about symbols, one of my all-time favorite symbols is the classroom. There's a lot of symbols that are inscribed on the classroom as students receive. But first and foremost, the classroom stands for one thing, and that's the students and their educational journey. And all of this is actually described in a little more detail in the program. The presidential ring varies in two different ways. The first one, instead of having a degree prominently displayed on the ring, the Roman numeral 1 is inscribed symbolic of President Nigliazzo being the inaugural president. On the opposite side, where a student would typically have their degree year that was awarded to them, is the year 2010, which stands for the year that Dr. Nigliazzo began leading this great university. It is with pleasure that I represent student affairs, the student body, and present to Dr. Nigliazzo the presidential ribbon.
A fanfare or flourish is traditionally played at the conclusion of an academic procession to herald the arrival of the president of the university. Today, in honor of President Marc Nigliazzo's inauguration, we have a new presidential fanfare entitled Inaugural Presidential Fanfare. This is composed once again by Ken C. Wood. We also have framed the original composition for the president, and Dr. Stephen Matucci will present that to the president now. At this point in time, I would like to ask the 1st Cavalry Division Band to play the inaugural presidential fanfare. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the inaugural president of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, Dr. Marc A. Nigliazzo.
Thank you all so much for being here. Regent Box's presence and Regent Mendoza, Regent Trevino, Chancellor's presence, for all of you who are here. I feel absolutely no pressure to lead this university forward with these regents and the Chancellor on the other side, and 2 lieutenant generals, one on each end. No pressure whatsoever. If there is pressure, there are those who relieve it. All of these staff members, faculty, former students who sit behind me, they're always kidding me about having my back. Believe me, I need that from time to time. But it's more than that. I know it's their dedication to this institution and to the students of this institution, to the students who have not yet entered this institution, and all of the faculty and staff who are here. Many of them formed a core that was here in more than one transition into this university. Others are brand new. A couple just started this month.
They have formed an unbelievable group committed to the future of the university and fulfilling the dreams of our students. They are a group well worth wanting to be a part of and to serve. And all over this auditorium today, there are people whom I know, many of whom I've worked with. I see all you TC folks out there. You know that a part of my heart will always be with you. This is a time that you cannot imagine at the beginning of any career. It is a time, especially after an event like today's event, when you feel inspired to go forward. I have a lot of good friends here. Jim Anderson and Dr. Octavio, who are up here, to presidents that I've served with, the community college ranks, and the new friends and colleagues that I've made in the Texas A&M system. What an incredible group of presidents to work with. And as I've kidded her often during this ceremony, my soul sister, Dr. Maria Ferrier, from Texas A&M University, San Antonio, the other newest university in the Texas A&M system. There are political figures here, and there are community leaders here. I saw Jimmy Don Aycock over here in the corner. Jimmy Don, you do know we call you our guardian angel. I hope you know that. Don't want to put any pressure on you either. But there have been so many others. So many that I knew before my brief departure from Central Texas. So many that it has been a pleasure to return and work with. So many new individuals that I've met inside and outside the university to work with for the future, not only of this institution, not only of the A&M system, but for the future development of communities and the state that we serve. And there are members of my family here. It's unusual to see them if there's not a party going on. But they're all here together. My nephew, Trey, my nieces, Debbie and Tara, brother and sister-in-law, Bill and Anita Evans, Chancellor and Dr. Boggs. Next time you're on the Texas A&M College Station campus, you look at some of those new buildings that have been built. My brother-in-law participated in building a large number. My daughter Karen, who's always been smarter than me, or at least able to outsmart me since she was 3 or 4. Karen, I'm so proud of what you have done with your life. Karen spends her life and her career serving a lot of people that this society would sometimes prefer to assume did not exist. And she's brought into our family a fine young man, Jason, who is here with her today, who served his country honorably as a ranger. And last but not least in my heart, my wife, Lynn, who has been there through all of this journey that we've been on in our lives. The incredible dream of building a state university in Central Texas began with all of you in mind. A regional university that will reach out to Lampasas and Gatesville. And yes, I know there's some folks here today from Hutto and Williamson County. We're coming as soon as we can get there. And Killeen and Harker Heights and Coppers Cove and Belton and Temple and all of Bell County. I hope you came here today not simply to see a president inaugurated, though I'm grateful for that, but to see for yourselves the affirmation by our exceptional system, by our state, and by our collective communities, that the dream of this university is now real, now permanent, and limited only by our imagination, our creative talent, and our continued perseverance. Only a month after I arrived in Killeen, I participated in the groundbreaking ceremony for the new permanent campus of Texas A&M University, Central Texas. On that incredibly beautiful piece of land made available to the Texas A&M University system by the Department of Defense and the United States Army. And I was asked then to write a letter to be included in the time capsule that would be read by students 50 years from now, the class of 2060. I would like to conclude my formal comments by reading that letter. Dear warriors of 2060, I hope that when you read this letter, you'll be doing so on the sprawling green campus of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, surrounded by white stone facades of campus buildings reflecting the Texas sun. Those of us who were a part of that university in 2010 broke ground for this campus 50 years ago today envisioned a special place with rolling lawns and malls mirroring and dissolving into the beauty of the natural landscapes. We believed it would become an educational center for all of Central Texas, drawing to it students like yourself, yet always reaching out to the region and beyond. Many of us knew, as we know today, we would never see what you now see before you. But our distant voices still speak to you and to all those who will follow you. Listen for their echoes above the frenetic chatter of passing students and the focused discourse of the classroom and the lecture hall, above the disparate clinks and hums of the laboratory and the exuberant shouts from the playing fields. They will speak to you of pride and determination and a resolute belief in human capability. And you will hear among them voices of community leaders who formed and advanced the vision of a public university in Central Texas and who pursued that vision with unwavering resolve. Voices of public officials who took up the challenge of creating a new university and gave it life through statute and the legislative process. Voices of faculty, staff, and administrators at Tarleton State University who nurtured its growth and ensured its evolution. And those of caring officials at Central Texas College who provided its first home. voices of those representing the Texas A&M University system and its Board of Regents, who gave it structure and direction and the resources upon which to build. Voices of its faculty and staff, facing almost continuous transition and change, whose vision and commitment to excellence built its academic programs and support services. Voices of its students, who by sharing their hopes and dreams and by demonstrating uncommon perseverance and determination, inspired our dedication to them and to their success. And voices of many thousands whose selfless dedication to the service of their country heroically demonstrated the warrior spirit that we have all embraced as the essence of this university. All those voices and more were here in 2010 when ground was broken to build this campus. On that warm summer day in August, we saw only the rolling land, the tree-covered hills, and the blue Texas sky. But we all shared the dream that we now live. Because we knew, and had always known, that the future of our region, of our state, and of our nation would reside in students like you. So as you walk the grounds that we walked 50 years ago, attending classes in buildings that we could only imagine, and as you complete your studies and enter your chosen professions, know that your achievement will confirm the clarity of the founding vision of a university built on both excellence and inclusion, and that you, its students, are its ultimate measure of success. We were, you are, Texas A&M University, Central Texas. With my most sincere wishes for your success, Marc Nigliazzo, inaugural president. Thank you. Guys, you make me tear up again. Now, before we leave, I'm told that I can request a couple of personal privileges. So here's the first one. To recognize that person in my life who has been my constant support and inspiration. I thought it was going to be easier. Throughout a career in higher education, now spanning the length of our marriage, almost 45 years, Lynn's mantra was always, you can plant me anywhere, and I'll grow. Not only did she grow, she made certain that I did as well. Lynn passed up her opportunities to complete a college degree, to work and make sure that I completed mine. Although she has frequently said, I've earned 6 degrees in my life. 3 for my husband, 3 for my daughter. Well, then, with all those degrees, we thought you should have a pleasure. So, thanks to the generosity of the Balfour Company, I'm going to step off the stage and present my wife for the Texas A&M University Central Texas Warrior Classroom. Now, I'd have her come up here, but she's a little shy, except when she's angry. And I'd like to get all the way to 45 years and beyond, if possible. So where did we put the classroom? I'm done. Well, you thought that was all. Wrong. Secondly, the second personal privilege. I understand the decorum expected of an event like this. But I'm used to having commencements at this site. And I'd like to hear a little spirit and noise before we conclude. So I'm going to ask you a slight variation of the 3 questions I've begun to ask every graduating class. It's a very simple answer to all 3. It's warriors. But I want you to say it really, really loud. And if you would, Dr. Box, Ms. Mendoza, Fernando, Chancellor, come up here with me. All right. Any of you out here know the drill. I know all you faculty do. All the rest of you, it's warriors. And I want to hear it loud. And I want those who couldn't be here today to know that Texas A&M University Central Texas has arrived. And the warriors are here to stay. So here's the first question. During those many years of perseverance required to establish this university, who have we been? All right. Let's try a little higher decibel level. At this important milestone in our development, who are we now? Better. One last time. And as we build for the future of Texas A&M University, Central Texas, who will we always be?
Thank you, President Nigliazzo. In a number of ways, this day belongs not only to President Nigliazzo, but to all of us, for the students, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, the military, our friends in the community, Texas A&M University Central Central Texas is a central part of our lives. And once you have been touched by the passion of this university, you're always going to be part of it. President and Mrs. Nigliazzo, along with our faculty and staff, invite everyone to the inauguration reception, which is going to immediately follow the recessional. The reception will be held in the ballroom right next door to my left and to the audience's right. For the recessional, we're going to start a very sacred tradition. Will be led off by our University Marshal carrying the sword. Followed now, this time instead of coming in last, by President Nigliazzo, and then we will start with the first row with Chairman Taylor will be exiting off of my right-hand side, second row, the third row. And as we come down, we will stop and pick up our university delegates and dignitaries, and then the faculty and the staff. And what I'd like you all to do is please remain seated for the recessional, and you'll have the opportunity also, once again, to hear the commission piece, played for the first time today, the March of the Warriors. Thank you very much for joining us today.